Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's business opportunity presentation. My name is Essa Zanambasi. I hope more of the team will log on. And for the guests, you are most welcome. I'm sure you've been invited to have a look at an exciting concept that can change your life. I saw this opportunity a while ago. I've not stopped being excited about it, and that's what makes me want to share it with the whole world, because it makes so much sense to me. By training, I'm a medical doctor, and perhaps you'll understand why I'm presenting the way I'm presenting from the eyes of a doctor who has seen a lot of ill health and also a lot of poverty. Right, we belong to a team called the Eagle Team. So I thought I would start by sharing with you the Eagle Team mission statement, which you can all read nice and clearly. It is to enrich the lives of others in terms of health, wealth, and happiness, and to create the environment for personal growth for those who have the courage to pursue their dreams within a free enterprise system. That's what we are so proud of and would love to share with you. So for the guests on the call, again, welcome, and let us get started. And I wanted to start by asking this very pertinent question, because a lot of people are aware that it is important to supplement, especially given the recent past, from about 2020, when the world was given a wake-up call, all right? We were given a wake-up. So people started buying supplements, left, right, and center. There was news out there that you needed zinc, you need vitamin C, you need vitamin D. You need to make sure that you are always having your vitamins. But now, the question is, do we need them only when there's a crisis, or do we need to make sure that we have a good supply in our system, in our bodies, so that that crisis doesn't hit us badly, should it come? All right, so why supplement, and specifically, why NeoLife supplements? We belong to a company called NeoLife, and you're going to hear more about it shortly. Everybody claims to eat well. And I say claims because, yes, that's what we are supposed to be doing. So we are not by any means saying stop eating real food. Please eat as much of the real food as you can. But even this food that you're looking at, looking so delicious, has a lot of deficiencies. And that's what I want to explain. When we compare fruits and vegetables today with those of the 1950s and 1960s, there have been various studies that have been done, and tomatoes all contain pure nutrients today. And also today, crops are grown to maximize yield rather than for their nutritional value. Another thing that we have to be so aware of is soils are deficient in micronutrients, so the plants cannot absorb them, particularly minerals such as magnesium. And so the diets are deficient in those things, in those minerals that are so key to our health. And then, of course, commercially grown foods are sprayed, they're picked early, they're refrigerated, transported far from where they're grown, Then when you buy them, the nutrients are lost all along that supply chain. There are nutrient losses. And then the worst thing that ever happened was fertilizers. You know, we use petroleum-based fertilizers, and the result has been that the soil bacteria have been destroyed, they've been killed. And so the food looks amazing, but it is actually very, very empty, devoid of nutrients. And of course, since around about 1996, genetically modified organisms or plants and other animals started being popularized. So we are up against a lot. So in answer to that question, why supplement? I would like to upfront introduce to you the true NeoLife difference, which is our scientific advisory board. And when you hear the credentials of these scientists, you'll really rest assured that you are in a good company. The founder member, Dr. Arthur First, was a top toxicologist, a top pharmacologist, and a cancer researcher. He is the one who pioneered the research and development of oral cancer treatment. That was his career. Then one day he declared, and his sponsors heard him, the sponsors being those who were very, very keen on the work he was doing. He said that, you know, cancer can be prevented by good nutrition. So that's when there was a parting of ways. He could not stick around knowing what he knew and yet continue to make chemotherapy for a company that wanted that made. So he happened to come across NeoLife. Now we're talking, NeoLife started in 1958, and he came across to NeoLife in the 70s. So the company had been going, but he came, presented himself and his credentials, and NeoLife couldn't have made a better decision to hire him as head of the Scientific Advisory Board, which he started. So those are the scientists, some of whom have been here. And for those of you in South Africa, we shall have Dr. Susan Beck doing a tour in January, beginning in Durban. So we are terribly excited about that. Right, so let's carry on. Why supplement? Again, we ask that question. Now, we are told, and we are taught a lot by this family and the company, that to be well, you have to be in a position to do a lot of physical activity. You have to eat whole grain. You have to have enough fruits and vegetables, protein, and sugar. And that is the wellness triangle. However, the typical lifestyle triangle looks something like that, where we are eating way too much fats and sugar, and we are hardly doing any physical activity. In fact, the sedentary lifestyle is our undoing, but we don't seem to have the energy to be active. And that's because our diets have become such that we are not getting what we need. So our cells, instead of being healthy, have become very, very unhealthy. And so no nutrients can go in, and waste matter cannot leave the cell. So NeoLife, way back, gave us the solution, way back when it started in 1958. What they did was to extract grain oils that have now been stripped out of all grain. Nobody is getting them unless they're supplementing, because what happened was that industry discovered, and commerce discovered that if they left those grain oils in the grain and tried to sell the flour and the bread, everything was going rancid within less than 4 days. And so there was a lot of wastage. Now, that didn't make business sense. So they decided, well, let's just strip all these grain oils and sell the plain flour, which turns out to be about 98% starch. And all the grain oils were being discarded, and the cattle and other livestock were enjoying what we human beings were supposed to be getting. And God put those grain oils there for a purpose, because they are the ones that build the cell membrane and allow nutrients in and waste matter out. So TreeNN was born. TreeNN is basically 3-in-1. It is made out of wheat, rice, and soy oils that are encapsulated in an oxygen-free capsule, and they replace what has been stripped out. And for those who are worried about gluten, it is just the pure oil. Gluten is a protein. Here we get just the pure oil that builds our cells. And so the rationale was to return us back to a state of energy, because when we are born, we're supposed to be 100% energetic and healthy. Unfortunately, as time passes, we quickly slip into the tired zone. And then before we know it, we are in the sick zone. And that makes us lose out on a lot of life. Even if the life might be long, the quality of life is not long and is not good. So at some point, we get sick enough or tired enough and sick enough to be medicated, and might spend 20 to 50 of our 100 years, if we live that long, with chronic medication and one disease after another. So NeoLife saw that by replacing what was lost and actually feeding us at a cellular level, and that is the key message that we have learned from NeoLife, we can reverse that trend or halt that trend and remain as long as possible in the energetic zone. And here is the news. To prevent disease, what one has to do is ensure weight management, ensure physical activity, and make sure that the diet is rich in whole food nutrients. And that's exactly what NeoLife gives us. So here is TreeNN again. It builds a strong foundation of your cells. It also makes sure that your cells can get the right balance of lipids and sterols, and that is the template for our hormones. So it makes sure that we are hormonally healthy and balanced. That is a big issue as well. We have core nutrition as supplementation, and our company is about the only one that gives us all 22 amino acids in the shake that they have prepared for us, called NeoLife Shake. And we also have another shake called the Sports Performance and Protein Shake. And then of course we have the Pro Vitality. You can get all these products on their own, but Pro Vitality, central to it is TreeNN. Another very key nutrition supplement is omega-3. NeoLife's omega-3 is unique in that it is complete. All 8 molecules are found here, and it is pure. It is not contaminated with heavy metals or other contaminants that are found in the seas. And then we have a first called carotenoid complex, over 600 carotenoids, and that has been tested to prove that it boosts or enhances the immune system by about 37% in as short a time as 20 days. It also slows down the aging process. by reducing damage to the cells. It slows down the aging process by a figure that has been said to be about 44%. So you can potentially grow older, much, much slower on carotenoid complex. We also have nutrition for children, which is so key because that's when our little children need supplementation most. And then we have leading edge products, for example, botanical balance, which helps with control of blood sugar, and diabetes and its complications are on the increase, but we have a solution that really offers results. You don't have to wait to be diabetic to use it. Now, here's part of my story. I was looking for cleaning products, and a lot of people have questioned my sanity whenever I say that, but yes, indeed, I was looking for good cleaning products that were not going to poison my children. At the time I saw this opportunity, they were still quite young, and I was only too glad to bring in non-toxic, 100% biodegradable, and very, very economical products. I've never looked back. In fact, just to prove it, when I found them, I threw out everything else I had bought and replaced them with these ones. So we have the most magnificent washing powder you will find on the market or from your own shop if you get started. And it is also versatile. Then we have a skin and personal care range, which is pH balanced, the personal care. It is very, very kind to the skin. And then we have an organic skincare range called Nutrients Organic that has been clinically tested to defy the aging process. It is sourced from the sea, actually. It has a technology called Vessalo technology from the sea. Quite amazing. I love this range of products. And then for the farmers, we have Super Grow, an amazing product that has transformed people in many, many countries on the Africa continent. And yes, farmers are really enjoying increased yields and much sturdier plants and good quality for their labor so that their yields pay them well. So how did it start? It started with a dream. A long time ago, this gentleman called Jerry Brasfield, as a young man, was always sick with asthma, allergies, pneumonia. He almost died a few times. It wasn't until his mother decided to do something very different, which was to add nutrition, raw nutrition. After listening to doctors for a while, and they were not really doing anything amazing anymore. In fact, one night, Jerry heard the doctor telling his mother that he wouldn't make it till the next morning. That's when Jerry breathed through the night, made it to the morning, and the mother did something different. So the company he founded in 1958 was because of what he had experienced, the power of nutrition. So he decided to start this company, and at first he thought it would just grow into his little village of Porterville, California. But after a while, it started going around the world. For example, it came to South Africa in 1971, and then to East and West Africa between 1996 and 1998. Recently, it opened up in Mozambique. It has been opened in Cote d'Ivoire, in Cameroon, on the African continent. So here we are in about 14 countries in Africa. And for the guests today, it has come to you. We have values that I will look at again. But the most important thing is to have a vision for yourself. This is about you. And so ask yourself, do you have a vision? Perhaps we can ask, what is a vision? A vision is a dream with a plan. And the reason that we as a family, the NeoLife family, do what we do is that we are on a mission to give everyone the power to live healthier and happier lives. And our purpose, which so resonates with me personally, I've explained that I am a medical doctor. I will be in the profession very soon for 40 years and counting. I want this purpose to come true, to end the trend of poor health and financial stress. So how does it happen? Why network marketing? Why do we use this method of marketing? Why don't we put things in the shops like all other businesses do? Well, let us start by explaining what network marketing is not. Network marketing is literally the original form of marketing. That's what I like to call it, word of mouth marketing. What it is not a get rich quick scheme. So relax. We're not promising that you start today and you'll be rich tomorrow. There is a time of growing. It's not a pyramid scheme. What is a pyramid scheme? Well, the difference between a pyramid scheme and what we do is that with a pyramid, there are no products, there is no service. Pyramids are generally not regulated. Pyramids generally collapse within 6 to 18 months. And of all the points I want you to note, pyramids are illegal. With network marketing, there are products, it is regulated, it is legally registered, and it has longevity. What it is actually is it is a system of distribution of products and services between the manufacturer, in our case it is NeoLife, and the consumer, who would be you and I. And the key to building wealth through network marketing is that there has to be distribution of goods and services. It helps a lot to have a global reach. We are in over 56 countries. There has to be leverage. That is a word to mean that all of us benefit from each other's effort. The products have to be consumable, unique, and of a very high quality. And that's precisely what we have. These are unique products, and it is the best quality you will find in nutrition supplements and the other ranges. And then the business system itself has to be easily teachable. And now timing. Timing, there couldn't be a better time. I've explained for myself as a medical doctor why I think this is the best time to share this opportunity. I promise you, people are sick and tired of being sick and tired. They're sick and tired of being told that their disease is getting worse and then being given more and more medication. We see it all the time, and we've seen a lot of sick and tired people. Why network marketing? Another criterion is that longevity. Look for a business that has been around for at least 10 years. Well, I've got news for you. Ours has been here for 66 years. And we are continuing, and I'm sure we'll still be around long after a lot of the other companies have gone away. The company should be on the leading edge of research and development, and that's indeed what we have. And importantly, there has to be a fairly low distributor investment to start. Now, I want to put all the visitors at ease. There is, in fact, hardly an investment because you get product as you get started. You even get other perks that I'm going to show you in a minute, in a short while. As regards international expansion, I think I've talked about that. So when you ask yourself, who are we? We are a family, but more importantly, we want to transform the world. So we are a transformative community. And on that one, I want to say that for the youth, if you are a young one on the call, I know the frustration that youth are going through currently to look for jobs and be told that send us your CV, and in the same breath are being told that AI and computers and all those things are taking our jobs away. So we urge the youth to be an employment maker, not an employment seeker, and that's what you can have here. So in summary, are you ready for a new life? That's what NeoLife means. Are you ready to change your appearance, to be brighter, to be younger looking, to have more energy and vitality? Are you ready to get information that is relevant and useful that you can share with other people? Are you ready to get opportunities to prosper and to travel, by the way, and to contribute to society? And right now, we need all of us to be united with one mission and one cause. Are you ready for that? Well, listen up, because our values are, I'll tell you just now, here they are: absolute integrity. So if you feel that you are somebody with absolute integrity, this is for you. People are number one. Products that work, absolutely. Equal opportunity. It does not matter whether you have whatever career, or whether you have whatever level of education or even no education, whether you can speak English or not, as long as you have one qualification, and that is the desire to do something for yourself. You have a dream. And then long-range vision. We encourage you to think long-term. I have pointed out that you grow into this business. It is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Now, our pillars are quality products without compromise, and it is the ultimate low-risk business startup. So as a transformative society or community, you can rest assured that this is a family-owned business and you are treated as family. You don't need to panic that you are under some huge organization. And that's what we want to do, to end the trend of poor health and financial stress. So let's look at the action. It is time for action, yeah? Once you know why you want to do something, perhaps you want to educate your children. I was in that situation at some point, and I must say the extra income has been very, very useful to educate children. Perhaps you want to improve where you live. You want to have a house, you want to build a house, you want perhaps to buy a car, you want to travel. That is one of my passions. I love to travel. You want some extra income. Now, my question to that is, who doesn't, eh? And for the mothers on the call, perhaps you want time freedom to raise your children. Whatever your dream is. And by the way, the dream can start small and it can grow, it can change as circumstances change. But what you do is you partner with NeoLife. You don't work for NeoLife, you partner with NeoLife. In fact, NeoLife works for you. And they've been around for many years. I've said over 60 in over 50 countries. We have the Scientific Advisory Board, and we have these ranges of products. We have the cleaning products that I've talked about, the skincare and personal care, and the biggest range being the nutritionals. Now, this is how it works. You are in business for yourself primarily, but never by yourself, because NeoLife will take care of the logistics, the distribution. You are concerned with the ordering, which has been made so much easier because you can do it online. So when you get started, you are given a website which you can customize, you can rename if you want to give it your brand. For example, I have a brand, so my website is by that brand called Simply Healthier. And NeoLife also takes care of the finances. When you are eligible for a bonus payout, they will pay you on time, every time. So once you have decided why, I want to show you the action that you need to take. And it is actually quite simple. There are 3 daily success habits. Habit number 1. And when I heard this, I actually said, really? Are you really kidding me? They didn't say get boxes and put products and put them on your head and walk door to door. They didn't say that. They said simply use the products. Change your shopping habits. So perhaps you start to see why I threw out everything I had already bought, because I was looking for good quality products. Then when you do that, we have a currency called 100 points. Okay, it's called the point value currency. It is a unique currency to NeoLife. You are expected to do at least 100 points. It's not difficult. If you're using the products, 100 points is easy. Then the next thing they say, share the business opportunity. Tell other people about it. So let's say you've got a few good friends. You tell each one of them, and you tell them exactly what you're doing using the products, changing your buying habits, your shopping habits. Pretty soon, the 7 of you will have a turnover of 700 points. And depending on the currency, I happen to have it in Rand, you are elevated to a title called manager, and you earn a bonus. You start earning a bonus. Then you show your friends to do likewise. And that one will also be a manager with a similar turnover as you had when you started. But now the total turnover has just about doubled. And so does the income. But remember, your friend also gets some money paid. Now, if you can get all those friends of yours to do the same, your turnover would be 700 times 6, plus your own personal, if you have kept it at just 100 points, as in this example. Now you have over 4,000 points. Over 4,000 points mean that you are a director. A director earns a bonus that looks like that. In dollar terms, it's about 500 to 600, even to sometimes $700. Then some people will say, well, you know, right now I'm not ready to get started, or I prefer that I support your business because you're my friend, or please order for me. And you say, sure. So you develop a few customers, and with each customer, every sale draws a profit of about 20%. So you start earning money. And then the next thing that is important is, or the third daily success habit, is to make sure that you are learning. Now, I started by reading out the Eagle Team mission statement. We belong to the Eagle Team. It is the largest team in the entire NeoLife world, and we are very privileged to belong to a team which has focused on training us, on supporting us, and ensuring that we develop personal development. And you'll get to hear a lot more about it. So basically, in summary, our business is about using products and then retailing to relatives and friends, and they can choose the price, whether as distributors or as customers. And when that happens, everybody starts as a distributor. That's one who has done 100 points and climbs through the rungs. But the eye should be focused on getting to director. And that can be done. It's not impossible. In fact, it is actually very possible in this current economic climate because people are looking. And in this particular month, we always tease ourselves and each other that if you get started in December, you are definitely a winner, definitely. Because a lot of people who are concerned about festivities and how they're going to spend on food will miss this opportunity. Now, look for those winners, make them directors, make yourself a director, and then beyond that, as Emerald Director, your bonus will rise to over $700 worth or 15,000 Rand until you reach the World Team. The World Team is when you develop another director. Emerald Director is one who is consistently qualified as a director. World Team, you have developed another director. And once all those 6 friends that you started out with become directors and are also developing other directors, you then get onto the president's team, a very prestigious class of level where they even have a second holiday. Those of us in the World Team are taken out once a year. This year it was to Mauritius, last year it was to Turkey, and next year it will be to Cape Town. But the president's team, and that's the team I am really working for, and I encourage all of us to do the same, to get there so that we can go to amazing places like Paris, Lisbon, Madrid, all those places. But in the beginning, let's start where it begins and build steadily. Now, I just thought I would point out the benefits of a director. You have 25% sales volume bonus, which literally means that you are paying half price for the products that you are using. And then when you add the profit that you can get, you make some good money. Then there's also personal development. You are invited to leadership school. And then there are incentives, director incentive bonuses. If you remain consistent, you have an extra bonus. And yeah, so it is worth working for. And there's also leadership development bonuses when you develop other directors. That is where the real money is. So I encourage you, achieve director and help others to do the same. And before you know it, financial freedom comes. And it comes with recognition. I thought I would put in this picture. This is a lady in Kenya whom we have watched grow tremendously. So keep learning and you will travel. And I just want to show you a few travel pictures. That was a big, beautiful structure that we looked at in Istanbul. And we travel with people that we meet, such as the CEO. This is the CEO called Kendra. And this lady here is Alta Bolton. Some of you know her. She is our Mama Eagle, as I like to call her, in the Eagle team. Mrs. Bolton, Charlie's wife, Alta Bolton. And you get to meet the founder. That is Jerry Brasfield. And it was quite amazing. We've been to Abu Dhabi in the past. And what I love about it is when we go with the team. So those are some of the people in our team. So remember, if you do what you have always done, ladies and gentlemen, you will get what you have always got. So I encourage us to change. You need to do today what others won't, so that you can do tomorrow what others can't. I think I've given you a sneak preview of the travel if you enjoy traveling. Otherwise, there are other things that are in your dream and on your list or on your bucket list. So what is your next step? How to get started is very, very simple. And now it can even be done online, okay? But speak to the person who has got you to this call if you are a visitor. Fill in the application form. You can do it as a physical form, or you can do it online and pay the registration in the currency that you happen to be in. There is a starter kit and it will show you, but the person who got you onto this call will explain to you. All we are waiting to do is to show you the possibilities and to encourage you to unlock the benefits of sponsoring. Sponsoring simply means sharing NeoLife. I truly, truly believe it is the best side hustle ever. And this side hustle can be turned into a career. Thank you very, very much. And we can all stop and listen, ask some questions. What will you do with your NeoLife today? Let's exit. Okay. I always